Mine too.
What happens on Earth stays on Earth. How did that?
Kendrick Lamar.
Where did that come from?
Kendrick called me and said, I'm doing this album, I want you to be a part of it. So he comes here to New York. I meet him downtown. I go in the booth, I say all this shit. He had all this stuff that he wrote. I said all the shit I said. And then I asked him, I said, yo, you could have had Battle Cat, DJ Pooh, all the West Coast legends on this album. What you come get me for? He was like, That's exactly what he said. He said, I know exactly what you did for the music business. I know what you did for the DJ business. He said, it's my honor to have you on this album. He said, because you're the authenticity. And that's what I want this album to present. So when he said that to me, I knew he knew what it was. It wasn't a thing where he knew the story, he knew the history.
Right.
And to be honest with you, when he put me on that album, he brought me to a whole new audience that I might not have had or might have heard of Kid Capri, but now they got a chance to go back and see what I do. My voice was being heard in countries I've never been to. You know what I'm saying? And I was through the whole album. You know what I'm saying? So, and I wish we could have did a lot more, like be on stage and do shows and shit like that. He didn't need me, of course, but if we would have did some things together, it would have been through the roof. You know what I'm saying? But I'm grateful for where I'm at with it. I'm on an album the only hip hop album that won a Pulitzer Award ever.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How did the Jay-Z record happen?
Which one?
It's like that.
Because when I was on the tour and I was doing my album at the time I was on the tour, and I was playing Hard Knock Life, that 45 King gave me on the beat, on a acetate. It was just the beat. So I was playing that in the arena. And Jay must have came out to see my show in the third or fourth show. And he heard me playing this when I came out on my second come out. I used to come out first, do the opening show, and then I came out after the intermission and did another show. And I used to start with the Hard Knock Life beat. And all these white people and all these people used to walk up to me and say, yo, how'd you get this drum beat behind the Annie record? They was just amazed by this shit. So this fourth show, Jay must have been out there and he ran out. He said, yo, kid, what the fuck is that? I said, you want it? I said, you like that? He said, yeah. I said, you want it? He said, hell yeah. So I put him on the phone with 45 King right there in the arena. 2 weeks later, he left the tour because they gave him a dressing room, which wasn't a dressing room. They had him in a hallway with a moving wall. They made this like a moving wall that made his dressing room. So he was like, yo, I'm out. Done. And I gave him Hard Knock Life on top of that. So he went home to go record Hard Knock Life. Next thing you know, his biggest record of his career.
Yeah.
And it's like that. You asked me about it. It's like,
right.
Being that I was doing my album was supposed to come out 6 months before his album did. He licensed my record on my album to that album. And that's how I won the Grammy, because it was on there. So I won twice.
That's crazy.
Dope shit.
That's crazy. So much history.
Dope shit. But Jay, my manager, Christy, she started Rockefeller with Jay and Dane. She was doing my work in Rockefeller offices. She was booking my work and everything. And at the time, Jay, he only had Ain't No Nigga out, right? But he wasn't getting booked a lot because Jay had a thing where he's just rhyming in one spot. He didn't move around the stage a lot. Right? So we used to do, I would have some kind of shows that sometimes Jay would come on it, or I would come and hook his Apollo show up. You know, then when we went to Cancun, he behind me in Cancun, I'm blowing him up crazy in Cancun. This shit was massive the way Cancun was. That shit was bananas. So all of that happened, and then around the time Hard Knock Life came, that was it. That was when the doors opened in a whole different way for him. He had the Ain't No Nigga, he had the Dead Presidents, but when that Hard Knock Life hit,
biggest album to date.
Biggest album to date, biggest record, biggest selling record for him. But he's mega. He's somewhere else with it right now. But I'm very proud of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, he did it with class. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. You know, he represent New York well. He ain't compromise his shit. He ain't compromise himself. You know, and he made great music. And he's creating opportunities for other people. Can't be mad at that.
Nice. How many billionaires are we at now in hip hop?
Hov, I
Puff.
think Dre.
Dre.
I don't know if Diddy and Kanye.
Diddy depends what month we in. Like Billy, then he'll spend some money and come, you know what I mean? You never know what Diddy.
But Diddy's up there.
I've never heard him announce. I'm not sure he ever announced. That's not a yes, that's not a no. I've never heard him. I'm not sure he ever announced. I know Kanye announced, Jay was announced, Dr. Dre was announced. I don't know if Dre is still there. But I know those three definitely announced.
Not a lot though.
No,
Not a lot.
That's not a
definitely
number. That's not an easy number to get
Handful
to.
of-
B.
If
Listen.
that.
It's $1 billion.
Look, from where it started, what are we like? 30 years?
Closer
30,
to 40.
40.
Closer to 40.
40?
Yeah.
40. It might be 40 plus, but
Amazing.
You never know. It might be like 5 more in the next 10.
Maybe. Closer than that.
God willing.
Sooner than that. The way things are going now.
Yeah.
And this Bitcoin is moving.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah. Well, Bitcoin, I'm losing on Bitcoin right now.
You got the mana coin?
I'm on the Cash App Bitcoin shit.
You got to get the mana coin.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's the one that your shit grow. My man said he put his money in that. 2 hours later, he had $10,000. He put like 500, and 2 hours later, he had 10,000.
It's gonna be the currency, the go-to currency for the Facebook meta world. So think of all the people that's on Facebook that's gonna go operate on that and put your money in there now. Hey, you heard?
I'm losing money, man.
Maybe
I'm losing money, man. I put 1,000 in there. It's some bullshit.
He lost a few dollars.
There's some bullshit going on.
A few dollars.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.